Every year, over 30,000 Australians are reported missing.
We both need him home really quickly.
That's one person every 18 minutes.
Daniel Walker.
Some of them you've heard of. Their haunting faces stick in our minds.
Missing 30 years. The Beaumont children, missing 40 years.
But most missing people never even make the news.
She's roughly about 170 centimetres tall. She's a thin build.
It's just heartbreaking not knowing.
Some are kidnapped, others murdered. And some simply choose to disappear. Their families left to deal with the heartbreak and uncertainty.
You had a child in 1968?
Yes.
That's what this is in relation to. I have as much time as you need.
But there are also happy endings, and they're the moments that are guaranteed to give us all goosebumps. Over the following weeks, you'll meet these ordinary Aussies and the tireless officers trying to put families back together.
We've located your father.
The cases never really close.
So join the search as we follow these cases from beginning to end. This is a rare view of the Missing Persons Unit at work.
You know that girl? You've seen this girl around at all?
It's a roller coaster ride with unprecedented access from the front line.
If you're listening, please just make a phone call, please.
Pleased to meet you.
Tonight on Missing Persons Unit,
You had a child in 1968?
secrets are revealed as a mother confronts her painful past. We meet Susanna, 9 months pregnant and desperate to find her runaway husband.
I'm having his kid and really I don't understand anything.
And the call that Wendy Bell has waited 3 years for.
He's gone.
It's the regular morning briefing at the Missing Persons Unit.
Morning all.
And today's new cases have just arrived.
It's 13 files from the last 24 hours. Pat, you got a 23-year-old male, last seen 7:30am on the 23rd.
Constable Pat McEwen has been handed the case of a runaway husband, reported missing by his pregnant wife, Susanna.
Yeah, I'll pull out a couple of files relating to long-term missing people.
Today will be a busy one for Pat. He has his best lead yet in the search for Michael Bell, who hopped on a train 3 years ago and vanished.
Do you have an update of the roach matter yesterday?
And for a frustrated Mark Samways, more questions than answers.
One lesson we learnt from the trip to Armidale and the roach matter was don't assume anything. It wasn't until we were sitting there at the police briefing that we realised that Billy Roach is actually an adopted son of Yvonne.
All right, we're done.
Last week, Mark picked up on the trail of Bill Roach, missing for 12 years.
You couldn't help but like him.
Forensic evidence now suggests that Bill may have been murdered. Blood samples were collected from his house.
We're looking for evidence of foul play, basically.
A match with his mother's DNA would have proved whether it was Bill's blood. A promising lead until Mark discovered that Yvonne was not Bill's biological mother.
It's a blow because we're back to square one. What my role is now is to find a biological relative of Bill Roach.
Pat's request for information from Queensland Police provides him with his strongest lead yet on the whereabouts of 33-year-old Michael Bell.
I decided to make further checks. In this particular case, it was Queensland. They gave us information that someone very similar to Michael was resident in a halfway house in Ipswich, Queensland. So I've decided to follow through from there. So we just want to establish if it's the right Michael Bell. What date of birth do we have of Michael there?
I have the 11th of the 1st, 69.
Has he got prominent teeth?
Yes.
Yeah, fairly prominent, particularly. Yeah. It could well be our man, actually. He's in the institution up there, and and hasn't had the contact phone number to speak to mum and sister and the rest of the relatives. We can provide that now, and I'm sure they'll get together. So it's really good news. I'll speak to them shortly and inform them.
So I've got the exact details for that.
In his search for Bill's biological mother, Mark has only one clue left. Luckily, his adoptive mother, Yvonne, knew the hospital where Bill was born, and the hope is that Bill's birth card is still on file.
The newborn screening cards always indicate who the natural mother is, even if later on in life the baby is adopted out, because obviously the card's filled out at the time of the birth. It indicates who the mother is, the name of the baby if known, the sex of the baby, the weight of the baby, similar, just basic details so they can identify that blood spot as belonging to a certain individual.
The blood spot Mark is referring to is a sample of DNA stored on every Australian child's birth card.
We've got a missing persons case from someone who went missing in Armidale 12 years ago. We're doing certain searches to locate his remains. There's no other way to put it. If we do, we'll obviously need a DNA sample to compare it to, so we're thinking of newborn screening cards. How long are newborn screening cards retained for? 18 years. So if this gentleman was born in 1968, then that's almost 40 years ago, so definitely not, righto. Okay, so it's definitely government policy that after 18 years they destroy it. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much for your help. Bye-bye. Bill Roach's card would no longer exist.
It's a blow for Mark. His only hope now is to find Bill's biological mum by some other means. With Michael's new address in hand, Pat McEwen sets off to meet the Bell family.
He used to go to West Haven School.
Michael, who's mentally handicapped, had left his brother's care to live with his mother, Wendy. A short time later, he walked out the front door and never came back. This is the news the Bells have been waiting 3 years for.
I ended up making a few more inquiries, inquiries we'd sent away before.
Mm-hmm.
We sent them away again yesterday. I've got some good news for you.
Oh.
Found him in Queensland.
Oh, great. That's good, isn't it? That's good. I'm happy.
I actually spoke to him a while ago.
Oh, good.
And he's fine. They've got him in an institution up there, but, it's just... But you expected that anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
To take a photo up there. What do you think?
That's him.
Yeah, we thought so too. So
yeah.
So that's fairly close. It's been a little while. It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, it has. It's about 2.5, 3 years. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to have aged too much.
No. He's still got all his teeth in.
Yes, hello. It's Pat McEwen. Did I speak to you earlier today?
Yes, Pat.
We're actually at Michael's mother's place at the moment.
Okay.
And they'd like to speak to him if it's...
All right, I'll just have a look and see if he's here. Just a moment.
Thank you.
Just a moment, I'll just put you on to Roseanne, our manager, just a moment. Hello.
Senior Constable Pat McEwen from the Missing Persons Unit in Sydney.
Yeah.
And I want to speak to...
Michael.
Yeah.
So his family wanted me in contact with him?
Yeah, the family are here with me at the moment.
He says he doesn't want to have any contact with them.
He said that?
Yeah, he's told me that over and over again. He doesn't want to have any contact with them.
At the Bell home, the waiting continues. Then, the unexpected happens.
Hello?
This is me, Caroline.
Hi, Michael.
Yes, I'm in Queensland. I'm from Queensland.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to Mum?
Yes, please.
Mum's here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we missed you. How you been going? You good?
I've been busy all day.
Okay, I'll put Mum on.
Yeah, on my mobile.
Oh, you want to talk to Mum on your mobile?
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, ring him up on his mobile. That's Mick. Okay. Hello? Let's talk to him.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Mick.
How are you?
I'm going to kill you, little bugger. Where you been? Where you been, you little bugger?
I'm in Queensland.
You naughty little boy. I'll wait till I get hold of you. I'll kick you out the bum.
Huh? The sun's clear. What about outside?
You right? Come back in. Yeah, no worries.
I'm
Talk to me.
outside.
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Hello? Hello?
He's gone.
Back at police headquarters, Mark has moved to the next phase of his 12-year search for Bill Roach.
Just the mother's details.
So, with Bill's birth card destroyed, Mark Samways' only lead
Mother's name?
is the name of his biological
Date of birth of the
mother
baby?
held in the hospital archives.
Information that was given to me from Yvonne, and I contacted the hospital where I believe Bill was born, and now I have a name for Bill's biological mum.
The hope is that she is still alive.
Things that we might check are things as simple as RTA records, car registrations, driver's licence, things like that, electoral rolls. There's a whole myriad of resources that we use, and any one of those may indicate where this lady may be residing.
Now back in the office, after reuniting the Bills with Michael, Pat begins his next case. Martin, a missing 23-year-old father-to-be.
What nationality is your husband? Uruguayan? Have you heard anything from him?
With Martin missing for 7 days and a growing concern for his welfare, Pat sets off to interview his pregnant wife, Susanna.
He's been over here for approximately 12 months. His wife is 35 weeks pregnant, so obviously that's a concern. I'll certainly make further inquiries.
There was no big fight before he left. He just left one morning when I was sleeping. I had no idea. No idea.
That's
him there.
That's him there. When did you first meet?
Probably about 6 months before I got married. He told me that he came about nearly 6-7 months before that with a Latin band.
He's got good English?
No.
No.
He could probably just ask for a hamburger at Hungry Jack's or something.
Oh, right.
That's
so
how
it's...
basic it is.
Right.
At the Missing Persons Unit, there is still no sign of Bill Roach, but Mark and his team have found his biological mother, who lives in country New South Wales.
A policeman in a tiny little town in the Hunter Valley made a few inquiries on my behalf yesterday, and I now have a phone number for Bill's biological mum, so I'm going to make contact with her today and speak to her and collect a DNA sample, so it's worked out well.
The only other thing I can think of is we've had this guy staying, who's my dad's brother-in-law's nephew, who's come from Spain and stayed a few days with us here. I just don't know whether he's gone around telling everyone that I've had an affair with him or he's my boyfriend, or I don't know what he's gone around telling people, but the way they speak to me and the way they've come across with me, it's like I'm the bad person, I've done something extremely wrong to him, and he's got his good reasons for leaving. I mean, if someone's stupid enough to think of, I'm going to do that at my state, you know, I'm nearly going to give birth in 2 or 3 weeks. So.
Look, it could well be the case that he's a bit worried. You know, he's only reasonably young, and the fact that he's going to become a dad shortly.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's the case.
Oh, well, so do I. But I also hope that if something has happened to him, someone will let me know.
Hello, is Michael there?
Yeah, I'll just get it for you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, Mick.
How are you?
We dropped out.
What?
The phone dropped out.
On us.
Yeah, no, I'm on charge.
How long you been in Queensland for?
Since I left you.
Oh, man, we've been looking for you.
You come and see me what?
Yes, we will.
Yeah?
Yes, we are.
When you coming up?
We don't know yet.
Nah.
Soon.
We'll ring you again tomorrow.
Yeah, love you.
Okay,
Right,
we
Mick.
love you.
Love you, Mick. Better go kick in the bum.
Bye.
Bye, Mick. Bye. Bye, love you.
Bye.
Good on ya.
We'll have to contact Margaret, his natural mum, to get a DNA sample. The local police where she lives in the country spoke to one of her relatives last night. She's actually down in Sydney this weekend.
Does she know?
No, she doesn't know what it's about, and yeah, it'll be, I would imagine, a shock to her, so we'll see how we go.
What Margaret doesn't know, and what Mark can't reveal over the phone, is that the baby boy she gave away 25 years ago may now be dead.
Hello, Margaret. Sergeant Mark Samways from the Police Missing Persons Unit. How are you? We've got a missing person we're making a few inquiries about, and yeah, your name just came up in the course of our inquiries, and I just need to speak to you about it. Yep, and do you know where we are, or? Yep, and when you come in the door, just ask for me at security and they'll call me and I'll come down and meet you. Great, look forward to it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
How'd you go?
Fine.
Is she coming on her own?
I believe so. She's going to stay with a friend at Fairfield. She said, "Oh, so you've got a missing persons case, have you, that you need my help on? Or you need to ask me about?" And I've gone, "Yeah."
After 3 years of searching, Wendy Bell and her daughter Caroline have flown to Brisbane to meet Michael.
Gee, it's warm here, isn't it? I know, it's warm here.
They've decided to meet at Michael's favourite park near his care facilities.
What are you going to say to him when you see him?
So, g'day, Mick. What have you been up to, you little bugger? Where have you been all this time?
Like you've turned up now, not 15 years later. I'd disown him then.
Mick, where are you? I'd like to know where you're going to come from. Was that him in a car? I don't know.
The only friends that I thought he would have, they live in Camden.
And you get the feeling they may know where he is.
I think they do. I want to go out there myself and just keep, I don't know, just look out to see if I see him coming home or something, but no one lets me go in my condition.
Pat McEwen decides to allow Susanna and her father Felix to show them where she suspects Martin is hiding.
We'll follow you out to this address. And obviously, we don't know the correct address, otherwise we'd go there ourselves.
But he has strict conditions.
When we get there, we don't want you anywhere near the residence. You'll just indicate to us where the residence is.
Yep.
And you'll just drive on. We'll stop and go in there. Yeah, this scenario really, it's not normal for police to do that. It's just that if we had an address, we'd go there without her attending. But given the fact that she only knows how to actually drive to the place without physically giving an address, this is the only way we're going to locate the premises.
On the way, they receive a phone call from headquarters.
Yep. No worries. Okay, so how long ago did that information come through?
The news forces Constable McEwen to change his plans.
Thank you for that.
So today, what we need to do, we'll obviously introduce ourselves to Mum, explain the situation, why we're there, and then ask her for a DNA sample, if you could organise that part for me.
No problem.
Hello, pleased to meet you. Thank you for coming in.
Margaret Weeks has no idea why she's been called into police headquarters. What she's about to learn from Mark is traumatic and extremely personal. He doesn't want to deliver his news on the phone or at home amongst family who may not know about the baby she once had.
You probably have no idea why, right? You're aware we're the Missing Persons Unit, and we look at people who have gone missing. So I'll just confirm a few things. You're obviously Margaret Mary Weeks.
Yes.
And you were born in 1948?
Yes.
Okay, no worries. You had a child in 1968?
Yes.
Gave birth to a male child?
Yes.
Dennis?
Dennis,
Right,
yes.
that you gave up for adoption?
Yes.
All right, that's what this is in relation to. All right, I can see a bit nervous. Would you like a cold drink, a bottle of water, a cup of tea? What would you like? Can I get you anything? Could you get a bottle of water, please? We'll just get you a drink of water. No, you're right. I have as much time as you need, okay? You sure?
Thank you.
It's an uncomfortable moment for everyone.
I just couldn't keep two babies. Yeah. Just, you know, I knew I couldn't give him what somebody else could give him when I already had another boy.
Why we are interested in that background is because Dennis was subsequently renamed Bill. 12 years ago, that young man was reported missing as a missing person.
Right.
Now, subsequent investigations have indicated that he may have met with foul play. So he may be the victim of a murder. All right? Not confirmed. If down the track a set of remains is found, so a body is found or bones are found or other forensic evidence is found.
You need my DNA.
I need a DNA sample, that's right.
Yeah, no worry.
Not a very easy task for me to ask of you, but that's why I need to speak to you, and that probably also, you can understand why I didn't do it over the phone.
Right, Susanna, we just received some information on the radio, actually, or by mobile. He's been located.
Oh, okay.
Martin's been located. He's presented himself at Macquarie Fields Police Station.
Oh, right.
But he's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to, we'll go over there and just see if he's still there. You know, the police can't really hold him because he hasn't committed an offence, but we've suggested that he stay there until we come over and just find out what's going on.
Some more information.
If he's prepared to talk to you.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm just numb, really. I always thought about him.
Just get you to pull that out.
What can you say? This is so hard.
Just, yeah, both sides all around, inside of your mouth.
I always wonder why he never tried to contact me, and I used to think, oh, have I got any more grandchildren? And you don't forget when you have a child. Nobody forgets. You can't ever forget that. No mother can. The boys are going to want to know today what this is all about, you know. So now I've got to tell them.
By the time Susanna arrives at Macquarie Fields Police Station, her husband is gone again. She's now desperate for answers. This detective who saw Martin works undercover and can't be identified.
I had Mr. Nichols come over into the station before. Apparently he said that he was reported as missing, and he knew about that thing, and he just wanted to present himself to say that he wasn't missing. So,
Did he come in with anyone?
A bit later, yes, a friend come in, but...
Do you know what she looks like? Is it a girl?
No, it's a male.
It's a male?
Yes.
An older man?
Yes.
So he's got glasses?
No, he's been staying with this guy, and they've organised for his welfare and stuff, so...
So how did he know he was reported missing?
I don't know. He just said, I know that my wife's... I think I've been reported as missing. That's what he said. Okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
No worries. You're welcome.
I just don't think that's true.
Right.
So I think that he's with that family. I still think that.
Fortunately, with yourself, he's now a located person.
Yeah, and you can't find him anymore, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you anyway.
At this point, we've got to say that he's been located and we can't take it any further. We feel for her because she wants to actually speak to him, but at this point, it may not happen.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Mickey! Where you been, Mick? Oh, you're not in
Oh, God.
How you going?
Good. Good to see you, Jeff.
Good to see you too. Come and sit down with us.
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, good.
We found you anyway now, you're good. Oh, at least I help you good anyway.
How did you get up here?
By plane.
On a plane?
Did you? Well,
You're looking well.
I'm looking well, yeah.
Okay, open your present
I will,
so you can see what I've got in you.
Okay.
Check it out.
Yep.
I'll just rip that
I'll break it all.
Yeah, that's it. Have you missed us?
I missed you, yeah.
You haven't seen my kids for a long time?
No, I haven't, no.
You remember their names?
Yeah, I remember their names, yeah.
What's their names?
I can't remember.
You can't remember. See that?
Yep.
It's a picture of me and a picture of Mum.
Right,
So
yeah.
don't forget us.
No.
And here, look on the back.
Oh, yeah. Your phone number, yeah?
Mum's phone numbers, my phone numbers.
Yeah.
So you don't lose us. Mum, get a kiss?
Thanks for that.
Good on you.
Love you, Vic.
We love you. You've got a family too. Don't forget that. Come on.
So you got a card, Pat?
5 weeks later, and still no happy ending for Susanna and husband Martin. But a beautiful new beginning.
Thaler Eleanor Lorden was born on the 18th of December 2005. I thought you might like to see a photo of my beautiful daughter. Thanks once again.
That's nice, mate.
Great. Pretty sad for a losing husband, but that's a happy ending, isn't it?
Lovely photo. Good work.
Every year, over 30,000 people go missing. Have you seen 14-year-old Eve Askew missing from Fitzgerald, Tasmania in 1991? 24-year-old Sean Sargent disappeared from St Lucia, Queensland in 1999. And 16-year-old Megan Mulquinney was last seen in Woden in the ACT in 1984. If you have any information, please call 1-800 333 000.